YouTube. In today's video, we got these new Snoop Dogg allegations are crazy. Let's get straight to it.
So Nate Dogg's son did an interview, and during this interview, he revealed that Nate Dogg's brother and his mother is accusing Snoop Dogg of essentially stealing and hiding or withholding certain things from them. Nate Dogg died in 2011. He had complications from a stroke, but he left behind a pretty decent catalog. He was signed to death row for the majority of his career. Nate Dogg is a West Coast legend, but he also had a sneaky, successful mainstream career, right? He had a #1 song with 50 Cent. He had 3 top 10 hits. He had 18 songs on the top 100. So this is a pretty decent catalog that would feed your family for some time, right, after you pass away.
Hey, how often is it that artists will die, right? And they're signed to another artist, and for some reason that artist takes their catalog and makes money off of it. I ain't gonna lie, that's a dirty game in the hip hop industry. No bullshit.
But according to Nate Dogg's family, they have been having a tough time profiting, monetizing, eating off his catalog and his estate due to a lot of troubles they've been having, primarily within the family, but also things that are out of their control. So the first problem is the fact that Nate Dogg has 9 kids.
Damn.
And they all don't trust each other, and they all—
I ain't gonna lie, bro. 9 kids is fucking ridiculous, bro. Y'all need to start wrapping it up, bro. Like, I understand that shit be feeling good, bro. But you gotta come to a conclusion in your damn mind, like, bro, stop nutting so much in these bitches, gang. You're tripping.
all want to lay claim to his estate.
No, I seen 2 different interviews, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I seen an interview with you on No Jumper, and it said you had Nate had 4 kids. But then when we keep reading, we keep seeing it's 9.
Yeah,
so I don't know what's what.
It's about 9 of us.
Okay,
Damn.
so it's 9 of you guys, and all of you guys are somewhat attached to that trust.
Right.
Is that why they tried to put a person in charge of that?
Right. And let me, also take it a little deeper, right? Like, we don't all agree, and I've tried to get everybody to agree. And when everybody don't agree, then everybody got attorneys. You know what the result is.
Everybody wasting money.
You feel me? Then we go into mediation, and it's So, but right now it's like we got the LOC, right, or we got that in place. But still, now we all have to pitch a manager to control the LOC, or who we feel like is best, the person for the job, and we're letting someone from the court, pretty much decide who they feel would be the best person out of everyone that we pitch.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Anybody who decides to have a lot of kids, if you want to be fruitful, my nigga. But at the end of the day, you have to realize, like, when you set up a trust fund and you're a very successful individual, you have to set up specific guidelines on who gets what, bro, because this is the type of situation you're gonna get. Your kids gonna be fighting over certain shit that you accumulated over the years, and it's gonna turn into a sticky situation.
Let Nate Dogg's story be a strong lesson for a lot of y'all. A quick Google search will tell you why it's been so easy for outsiders to come in and take certain things and split up the family. A court got to appoint somebody to make decisions because the family can't agree on nothing. That's because everybody is fending for themselves. Nate Dogg had multiple baby mamas. They're all filing for child support claims against the estate. The wife at the time was LaToya Calvin. So she got to fend off Sharita Williams, who's filing for over $300,000 in child support claims. Amina Norris filing for child support claims. Rhoda Mooten filing for child support claims. The estate is trying to make it all structured, trying to tie up the loose ends, trying to figure out where the money is. And as they're uncovering where the money is, you got the baby mama stepping. Nah, hold on, no. We need a court-appointed manager because we want to get paid for child support, and we don't trust that. Like his wife and his kids will do right by us. And we don't trust that manager who's linked to that woman and her kids will do right by us.
This is why it's bad to have multiple women, bro. Like, I know y'all want to be cool as entertainers or ball players or YouTubers, whatever you choose to do. But, bro, you can't trust women to control a large capital of money or even for the inheritance to go to them, because they're going to be fighting over that shit for damn near a decade, bro. Like, this shit's sad.
So we want our manager who's going to, and it's like, wow.
Crazy.
And because the family is kind of like discombobulated, it's very easy for others to step in and get involved and take certain things. And now guess what? It's all a big mess and nothing is structured and nothing is getting done, right? And the longer they take, the more money that's going to go missing.
Right.
Because now y'all got to pay hella money to lawyers. And
Yeah,
they'll probably work pro bono because when that check comes, they taking their money first.
for
So by the
sure.
time y'all get the actual check, there's probably no money left because lawyer fees done ate it all up.
That's why y'all gotta stop being so greedy, bro. Like whatever he leaves y'all is what he leaves y'all with each individual. The first baby mama might get more just for the simple fact of she was with him for a longer duration of time. Like y'all have to be reasonable and y'all gotta stop trying to just live off of people ends of what they accumulated when they were alive. You feel me? That shit is real selfish.
Why can't you be that?
I hella close. So I pitched my sister, right? Because my sister, she got a degree in music and she got a degree, in
I like
business,
that. I like that.
and because I don't want, everybody or anybody.
Well, if she got the information and she got
And
a
she got the
degree, she did all.
exactly.
I'm with that.
But like I said, it's two different sides. So a couple people, they didn't agree with that, and once they
Is
don't,
it split
everyone
up?
has to agree.
Is
Pretty
it
much.
split up into ninths? Like I own 1/9, and then another kid own one.
We own however much breaks down into our
Right.
our share aside from what the mother or the wife got.
Okay.
So
Latoya.
Okay.
Is Latoya still bringing?
No, Latoya, she's got an attorney. Her attorney show up and this is what they standing on. Which is a part of the other side, and some people have sided with with her.
So now the estate is pulling in money, but so do they just divide it up?
I mean, and then distribute it. Of course the people that's controlling it, they take their cut, and they answering
Let me
they
tell you,
answering calls, dog.
listen, they killing y'all.
an hour.
Listen,
You hear me?
they
Damn.
killing
Hey
y'all.
man,
Bro, at the end of the day, when they get that check, half of that money is gonna go to they fucking lawyers and shit, bro. Like that shit crazy. That's why me personally, bro, I want kids. I want to be fruitful, but I can't have a lot, and I can't have none about multiple women because this is the problem that you're gonna run into when you're gone.
I know. I'm looking at. I'm probably the only one, and it's 9 of us. I'm the only one that sit back. I got this shit in my living room right now on my table. I can just pick this up, and I'm seeing everything we being charged for, and it's crazy.
Oh
shit.
no, it's maddening.
It's crazy. Like it's
To
something.
be honest, the
I don't
whole
think they
point
get.
of those things is to suck every dime
for
out of
sure.
it and
Yeah.
actually bankrupt it and move on.
Right.
Facts.
There's movies.
The only
there's
thing that's
TV
saving
shows.
us is what we not playing with, but what we dealing with. It's literally, and that's what allowed me to see, like it's still like, you feel me? But I said it a long time ago. We milking the accounts. All that's going on is the accounts is being milked.
That's all they do.
It's not in a music manager's hands. He's not thinking of nothing creatively to continue anything.
Right.
He's just sitting there, milking it, answering the phone. This is how much that costs. Whoop, whoop. This is what's coming in from music that we know of because it's shit that we're not collecting from. By the way,
Oh,
a
for
lot of
sure.
shit we ain't collecting.
For
So that's
sure.
why the first step. Let's just take this from here, put it to the LLC.
So have you ever and we not
Even from hearing his explanation, he's also a part of the problem to me. Because if they wanted things to be fair, they wouldn't recommend his sister. This dude says that he wants his sister, who's also
You
like
got
one
a
of the
point for that,
kids.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie though. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Honestly, I feel like if you have accumulated a lot of wealth in your life from whatever endeavor that you chose to do, I feel like before you pass, if you're in the hospital, I feel like you should have checks already ready for when your kids come. Each kid gets each check. They all get their own checks. So when you pass, there's no ifs, ands, or what's about it. You can't try to take this person. This is what I feel is comfortable that this person get, this BM get. I feel like that's the way that you should have done it, bro. But I don't know. Traumatic experiences could have happened and he could have died in an unexpected way. So I don't know.
Who laying claim to like this estate. So he wants the sister to be in charge of everything. So he wants all the family members to say, yeah, let the sister be in charge of everything. When the sister would have your best interest like
Right.
in mind and your mama best interest in mind, and she couldn't give a damn about the other baby mamas.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah, no duh. Like no duh, they said no. Right? That's egregious, okay? That's from my perspective, have his mama in charge. Right? Have his mama, like in charge
Facts.
of everything, okay? Now they get on to unreleased songs, right? And masters and things of that regard. This is when the conversation pivots to Snoop Dogg, okay? So the interviewer asks him, hey, yo, I heard you guys have like 500 unreleased Nate Dogg songs.
That's a lot of
whereas, like, a lot
songs,
of
bro.
other artists like Eminem, Warren G, and others that you could release and make even more money. So he starts off on this and he quickly pivots the attention to Snoop Dogg. Now you could tell like he still wants to protect the relationship with Snoop Dogg. So he does something very slick. He throws out the accusations against Snoop Dogg, then say, well, like it's my grandmama who's making the accusations and my uncle, not me. But you brought it public, so you're making the accusations.
So there's a report that you have 500 Nate Dogg's songs.
Yeah, there was a report that Snoop had that.
Yeah.
There was something out that Snoop had my pops masters, but masters can contain a lot of things. That's the thing. I just put a number on it in that interview. That was like another interview where I put a number on it. But there is something going on. There's a feud right now, and I'll be the one to say it because it's my family, and it's like, and I'm who I am, and some shit went down at a show. You feel me recently, and it's like, I might as well. I feel comfortable sharing and speaking on it. But supposedly Snoop, got the okay from my grandma to go to her house and get my pop's masters.
That sounds crazy. Like what? Like, and that's the way how they get you, bro. They go to the person who knows the least amount of business about any of this, and they try to persuade them. They'll pay them off a little bit of bread when really on the back door they're making millions off this shit. Now I ain't gonna lie, that's some snake ass shit. No bullshit.
She, pretty much showed him where the masters were, however this occurred, and
She
he
trusted
left with
him.
the masters. My uncle, when my daddy got sick, my uncle placed the masters at my grandma's house. He wasn't aware that Snoop went to my grandma's house and got the masters. And I'm only repeating what my uncle is like riding on. Like, and when I say riding on, like, me and him just got into a big feud at Warren G show recently, like in front of a lot of people. And it was like embarrassing almost.
Wait, so did the uncle backdoor his own brother for some bread with Snoop? I ain't gonna lie, that's what it sounded like if you put two and two together. That shit weird as hell. You can't trust family in business, bro. This is why they always say that shit. Get you a professional who can handle your shit. So when you are dead and gone, bro, this type of situation ain't gonna happen, bro. Nobody can finesse you, your family, your kids out of shit.
And I want to get this off because we ain't talked since. And this is something that I'm speaking on as to, like shit that's affecting me on some like, man, this shit kind of whack, like
the fact that
Nah,
bro
I
don't
feel you,
understand
bro.
why his family or why his uncle would be going off on him or angry at him.
Right.
Bro, like again, I love Snoop. I'm not involved in this. I'm not, not Nate Dogg's family, obviously. So I would think Snoop wouldn't do this. But the grandmama is telling you, hey, baby, Snoop Dogg came to the house and got it.
And that's the point. Grandmas ain't finna just lie about some shit like that. Like, they don't know nothing about this shit. Honestly, they could care less. They just want to see their grandkids, their kids and grandkids be successful and happy, bro. So for a grandma to go out of her way to be like, hey, baby, Snoop came to the crib and grabbed your daddy's masters. I don't know what he did with it after that. I just showed him where it was at. That shows you a lot about the person, bro. That shit's sad.
The uncle is telling you, hey, I put this at the grandmama house. Grandmom said Snoop came and took it. And then you calling Snoop and Snoop like, nah, I wouldn't do that, young one. And then you go publicly and try to go against the uncle and the grandmom to protect the relationship with Snoop Dogg.
Which is
Of
weird.
course
Weird
he's mad at
activity.
you. Of course he's spazzing out on you. Of course he don't rock with you. Because you're not holding it down for the family. Yo, he's telling you, hey, bruh, I know where I put the masters at. I know where I put them songs at. Grandmom's saying, oh, yeah, baby, the things was here, but then Snoop came and got it.
So you basically protecting Snoop over your own family or some bread or to stay in the industry. This is the definition of selling your soul, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You choosing somebody else over your family for the price of money. Like that shit's weird, bro. Y'all don't do that shit.
Whole time the son is like, nah, man, I don't know. Even during this interview, I don't know if Snoop did it, man. Like, like my
crazy.
uncle and my grandmama's standing by, but I don't know. Me and Snoop still cool.
This the same dude that backdoor your pops, bro, for some bread, his music, and his masters. And you got siblings, younger siblings than you that can't eat off the shit because you sitting here trying to pick like that shit's weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Weird ass activity.
Yeah, no duh. Now, again, I'm not even sure if Snoop actually did it because obviously I wasn't there. How would I know?
Right.
But if the grandmama is standing on 10 toes,
Not
you
just finna
supposed to be
say
the
something
voice of the
like that.
family. You supposed to ride with the grandmama. I'm sorry, right or wrong.
Cause I don't know what's what, but I'm just sharing what's out there and what's what I'm being told. And what Snoop has always told me is, you know, he don't got it and he don't know you, and he would never do something like that. But my thing is, it's like, I at least would want to know, like, you do got it and it's safe, maybe, you know, because my uncle was over here like
Okay.
wilding, like ready to, like, nigga, like, and he my uncle got, he alcoholic, nigga got a drinking problem, but the nigga get drunk and be ready to risk it all over this shit. You feel me? So it's like nigga, for real, you know. And so yeah, he left with him. My uncle put the masters there, and it's like, it's just an ongoing feud right now.
So you
and
don't
it
really
kind of
know,
placed me in the middle.
So
in
you
a
don't
sense.
really know where the masters are.
Nah, but
I mean, bro, your grandma's telling you where it's at, bro. I mean, and your dad's brother is heated off the situation because he know what's going on. You're the son and you acting naive. And Snoop is playing in your mind and your head and you letting his ass, you falling for the shit, basically. I ain't gonna lie. They looking at your ass like a real goofy. No bullshit.
know that he said that he placed him there, and I don't believe he lying.
And your grandmother told you.
I ain't talked to my grandma about it, but for some reason I assume that my grandma is riding with my uncle. But it's like my grandma hasn't, like,
It's
you know,
home
like,
team.
I mean, at least not publicly, but she not like that. She very, you know, church lady. You know, raised all her kids in the church.
So that should let you know everything you need to know, bro. Like, I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but this shit is crazy, bro. Like, this goes to show you what fame, what money, what the industry can really do to an individual. This shit can have you turning on your own family, bro, not knowing what the fuck to do. And you know, the crazy part is I think he's trying to keep a connection. He might not have too many connections, but I assume he should since he's Nate Dogg's son. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you just said your grandma is a church lady. You just said she's innocent. So she's not just finna sit here and blankly lie about some shit that's going on that your family is sitting here fighting over.
So whatever he's probably saying is for sure coming from, you know, mama in the house.
Okay, so
you
we
know?
don't even know if Snoop got it or not.
Nah. And I don't want to say that he do.
Right.
But I do want to say that this is something that's going on.
That's what they
within
saying.
the family. Yeah, and that's what they
Okay.
saying. And I reached out to Snoop many times where I probably was mad and just went off on him or something. You feel me? And he, you know, he straight up would tell me, like, man, you like, I don't know what you talking about. Like, you feel me? And always gave me that love. You feel me? As far as, like, you know, I don't know what you talking about. You know, but but it's to a point where, you know, my uncle is standing on this. And you know, and I separated kind of myself from my uncle in this situation, but this is why I'm saying I want to, you know, I'm just getting it off here because I probably, you know, you asked me the question and this is the truth behind that, you know, as far as really where some masters would be. And we're not saying like Snoop got everything. There's shit that Warren G got that we heard, or there's shit other people got.
Right.
It's never, I never moved on something because we don't have nowhere to take it, honestly. And until we didn't have the business right with the estate and moving that and getting that right, then it's never nothing that I really wanted to step on or like, what we gonna do that for? What we gonna get some money for, like to pay the estate?
Right.
You know, but it's a lot of shit is good to know because honestly, my business is in order to where if somebody gonna have to answer once that shit get to the LOC. We gonna start sending, you know, certain things out to where it's like we gonna at least need a proper answer as to if you got something or if you don't. You know,
Right.
no matter who it is. I'm not saying that that's what's going, you know, no matter who it is.
I ain't gonna lie. I understand what he's saying in a sense. Basically, what he's saying is it's gonna cost more money to even pursue anybody, whether it's Warren G, or whether it's Snoop Dogg or whoever his pops was in business with. So I think they're just trying to get this situated on who gets what disbursements of money, and then they can come back and pursue that. I get what he's saying. He's in the middle, and it's tough because he don't know who's telling what or who's lying. But at the same time, if your uncle is going crazy like this, bro, you better believe your uncle, gang.
Listen, man, grandmama go to church every Sunday, man. Grandmama ain't lying on Snoop, man.
Facts.
Now, maybe she, you know, grandmama is old. Maybe she don't know certain people. Maybe, she, you know, people just look alike. Maybe, I don't know, right? You know, like she confused Daz Dillinger for Snoop Dogg. Maybe that's what happened, right? You know, maybe Daz Dillinger came by and she thought, okay, you know, maybe this is Snoop.
Nah, we not gonna use that dementia as an excuse, bro, to finesse somebody. Like, what y'all fail to realize, this is Nate Dogg's mother, bro. Like, she done met Snoop Dogg, most likely probably talked to him. She probably done been around him. So old people know, bro. Like, we can't just act like they just slow in their mind and they're just delusional. Like, nah, we not gonna do that, bro. Not at all.
Maybe that's what happened because I don't think Grandmama lying, bro. I think somebody got it. I think somebody came and got it.
Facts.
You know, and nobody tried to speak up. But this is a shame, man.
It's sad.
To see what's happening to Nate Dogg is a shame. Nate Dogg is a legend. Regardless of how I feel about Nate Dogg's son, Nate Dogg is a legend.
Facts.
All right.
Rest in
Now,
peace,
his
Nate
son
Dogg.
is a legendary cloud chaser. All right. While LA was burning down, like while our lives were being affected, while I had no power in my home for days, Nate Dogg's son was outside in the middle of the fire filming music videos as firemen were losing their lives fighting the fire.
Yeah, bro tripping. I ain't gonna lie. Something wrong with his son. That nigga need to get checked. Huh? But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about the thoughts of this topic. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.